I'm Joan Lunden. Welcome to DirecTV Hometown Heroes, a show about our subscribers from all over the country who perform extraordinary acts of kindness and courage every day. Tonight, the story of a Seattle man who honors fallen American troops in a unique and powerful way.
Does it ever get to be too much?
Sure. That's when I cry.
What are you doing?
Two New York doctors who transform the faces and lives of kids for free.
A smile is more valuable than any reimbursement you can have.
And a wife and husband from California who have adopted an incredible 40, yes, 40 children.
I want to do everything I can to give them a better life.
This is DirecTV Hometown Heroes.
People get ready, there's a train coming, picking up passengers from coast to coast. All you need is faith to hear that diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board.
Tonight's first story truly is extraordinary. 4 years ago, the man that you're about to meet began drawing portraits of every American soldier who died in Iraq and Afghanistan. Correspondent Grant Goodeve introduces us to this gifted artist as we watch him create his portraits of honor.
It's peaceful and beautiful here in Puget Sound, and it's easy to forget that half a world away, America is still at war, and American soldiers are losing their lives every day. That unrelenting death toll reawakened something in Vietnam vet and local artist Mike Regan. When Mike Regan was 18 years old, he enlisted in the Marines and was sent to the front line in Vietnam.
Well, it was life-changing. I think what it did is it went over as a kid. We all did. Came back as a grown man.
Mike says Vietnam stole his youth and made him bury all of his feelings, good and bad.
It changed me in a way that it kept me from going to a certain place people who don't fight in war go to.
After the war, Mike found an escape. He built a successful career as a portrait artist, drawing everybody from Sinatra to Muhammad Ali.
I think I've done nearly 2,000 celebrity portraits. I did the Pope's portrait and the presidents and Gorbachev and Begin and Thatcher and a lot of stars. Those were my career.
But one day in 2004, everything changed. After a TV appearance, got an email from the widow of an Iraq War veteran.
I think that your artwork is amazing. I would like to know if you're able to draw a picture of my Michael. I will pay whatever the cost and wait as long as I need to. So I wrote her back right away and I said, being a combat veteran myself, I couldn't charge. Just send me the picture. And so I did this portrait, out of my heart and sent it to her. She called me to tell me how significant it was towards her healing. I turned to my wife and I said, we need to do them all. Not sure how we're going to do that, but we're going to do them all.
After that day, Mike committed his life to drawing portraits of every U.S. soldier who died at war. The word spread among the Gold Star families who'd lost loved ones. And soon, Mike was spending 7 days a week in his studio, pencil in hand, a picture of one of America's departed sons or daughters nearby.
Every time I start one of the portraits, I always start the same way. I have to create those eyes first because I need to create life in the picture. That's what the eyes do. The families look into those eyes and everything they ever felt for that young man or woman is back.
Over the last 3 years, Mike has drawn more than 800 portraits of fallen American troops.
I do 2 a day. I spend 12 to 15 hours a day on portraits.
Mike describes his work as a calling. If his drawings help a family keep a loved one's memory alive, he's done his job. His latest portrait is Anthony Melia, a 20-year-old from Thousand Oaks, California, who was hit by a random bullet in Anbar Province.
My son was a hero in my heart from day one.
He had this certain something that, you know, just drew people to him, and he loved people.
I could literally sit back, even when he was a child, and watch him work a room. Wherever he went, it would just shine as bright as you could ever imagine.
Like Mike Regan, Ant enlisted in the Marine Corps when he was still in his teens.
He thought the Marines were the best of the best, and he always wanted to be the best at what he did.
When he got out of the service, Anthony was looking forward to getting married, perhaps to a woman as supportive as Mike's wife, Cheryl.
I really try to keep the calm in the house. I keep things at an even keel so that he can function and be comfortable and be able to do his work.
I put a lot of emotion into these pictures. I stare into the eyes of these fallen heroes, men and women, for hours and sometimes days. I'm looking into the face of somebody who gave their life for me and my country. It's incredible to think that people know they can die and still volunteer to go do something. It's the most amazing thing that I can even fathom. This person paid that price. So did their family. Does it ever get to be too much? Sure. That's when I cry. That's when I go for a walk.
I know he can take it because I know it's his fortitude. I mean, he's a very strong person. Yeah, there's times that he's crying, or, you know, we have a lot of hugs in this house.
This is the most intense emotional thing I've ever done in my life. It's the most important thing I've ever done in my life, and I figure I'll be doing it for the rest of my life. 760 drawings, 760 families I've been involved with, 760 different stories of death. You know, it's odd to look at a portrait and say, I can tell you all about that guy. I don't know how I'm doing that, but I've made a promise to the families I'll never forget, and I'm being able to keep that promise.
Most of the time, Mike never gets to meet the families of the soldiers he draws. But this time, he's hand-delivering his finished portrait of Anthony to his family and closest friends in Southern California.
How are you? I'm Mike Regan.
Hi,
Nice to see you.
Hug.
You bet. Anything
So
I do
much
for hugs,
about
dear.
you.
I love hugs. Hug.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
When I started this project, I was always hesitant to want to meet the families. But this is the most important thing I've ever done in my life. And so what I want to do is I just want to give you this.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
He was just an amazing soul, and he loved what he did. He loved his family with such great passion.
I could tell. This is about love and respect. There's no politics here. This is not left or right, red, blue, pro or con. This is all about love and respect, and that's it.
Mike says that fighting in Vietnam dulled his ability to feel anything, but his Fallen Heroes project has helped him heal.
I'm trying to tell a bunch of people I don't know that I love them and I want them to hear it, and they're hearing it. When I hear back from them that they understood that, then there's a huge amount of joy in my heart.
I will never be able to thank you enough for giving him to us forever.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you again.
Yep, you bet.
Thank you so much. God bless you for this. I mean, it's just amazing that here's a perfect stranger that is going to give us a gift that is second to none. Nothing that we can ever repay him for in any way. To have your son's eyes, his face, the incredible smile. I can't tell you what it means. It's just super special.
By later this year, Mike will have completed nearly 1,200 portraits of honor in his Seattle studio. His unwavering commitment to American servicemen makes Michael Regan a DirecTV hometown hero.
Hi, Sharon.
Coming up next, plastic surgeons give innocent children new faces and new lives.
Pretty cool. Yeah. You see this every day.
DirecTV Hometown Heroes will be right back. Welcome back. The price tag for most plastic surgery can run into the tens of thousands of dollars. But our correspondent, Dr. Winnie King, has the story of a very special group of doctors who perform medical miracles for free.
Manhattan, New York. People say there are a million stories in this high-energy city. Former advertising executive Don Moriarty is determined to make them all happy ones.
You reach a time in life where it's time to give back.
Don decided to give back by becoming chief fundraiser for a very special organization that changes the lives of kids every day.
This is a vehicle for people who, frankly, don't stand a chance.
That vehicle is a nonprofit called Little Babyface, created by Dr. Thomas Romo. It's dedicated to transforming, free of charge, the faces and lives of children born with facial deformities.
Children are innocent beings, and when they come into the world with a facial birth defect, there's a stigmata that goes with that. They're marked with that.
How are you?
After practicing plastic surgery in New York for several years, Dr. Romo formed Little Babyface so he could use his surgical skills without charging a fee.
I started participating in these overseas missions, doing pro bono work, which were essentially limited to cleft lip and cleft palate work.
What's the next stage?
The physicians who go on these missions, several of them don't do the kind of work at home. So I thought there had to be a better way to organize that and treat more of the birth defects.
To join his foundation, Romo recruited several of Manhattan's top surgeons, like Dr. Richard Elias, who shared his desire to help children.
Audrey, do you have Sharon's file?
This program enables me to help a lot of needy children in this country and throughout the world.
Since its formation, Little Babyface has given fresh starts to over 100 kids from all over the globe.
Good morning. Hi, Mrs. Wong. Hi, Sharon. How are you, sweetheart?
Children like Sharon Wong from Staten Island, New York.
Today's going to be really easy. You don't have to be nervous at all. Open real big. Wow, and now close your teeth together. That's it.
12-year-old Sharon was born with a facial deformity that limits how long her jaw can grow.
See, right now she can't put her teeth together. That's why she has trouble chewing things.
She can't eat solid food, and her parents are worried she'll never be able to enjoy a normal life.
I don't know why she born like this.
I want my daughter to get it done. You know, I want her healthy.
Here we go, Sharon. Shirley's just going to take an x-ray. Okay?
Sharon's parents applied to Little Babyface for help. Today, they're meeting with Dr. Elias for a consultation about Sharon's surgery.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make the jaw come forward and up so that her teeth will go together.
Okay.
Each operation that Romo and Elias perform can cost as much as $30,000, but the doctors do their part for free.
A smile is more valuable than any reimbursements we can have.
Yet the hospital, supplies, and support staff all cost. So the fundraising Don Moriarty does is an important priority.
The biggest challenge that we have as a foundation is money. And money only comes through awareness. People need to understand what we do, what we're all about, what our mission is.
There you go. You get to sit in the special seat.
The mission on this day is to prepare for what will be a life-altering surgery on little Sharon Wong.
Is one size bigger than the other?
So the right side is larger than the left side.
Oh.
We're going to start that process in getting her onto the road to being able to open and close her jaw, which we all take for granted.
We're going to take this device, and after we make that little cut, we're going to place it here, and then as you turn the device, it slowly moves things forward like that, which will bring your front teeth together with your upper teeth. Hopefully with this surgery, she'll be able to eat better, speak better, and feel better about her appearance. So everything's going to be fine and easy, okay?
The next morning, Sharon and her parents arrive for surgery.
This is going to be so easy for you today, okay? Did you bring your teddy bear?
Yeah, baby.
Good. Dad needs it.
Dr. Elias is reassuring, but Sharon's parents are visibly worried.
I just love my daughter. That's it.
First, the doctors put Sharon under.
Nice deep breath, Sharon.
Then the surgery gets started.
There's about a ½ inch between the two.
After an hour of work, the doctors are pleased with their progress.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. You'll see this every day. Oh, yeah, baby.
Then 3 hours after it started, Sharon's surgery is over.
And now we'll just be putting in some sutures and close the wounds and get her back up to her family.
Though Sharon still has a long way to go, today's surgery was a huge success. And thanks to everyone at Little Babyface, she's on her way to the normal life she so richly deserves.
The greatest reward for me personally is that I can help other people. So it's very rewarding knowing that all that work over all these years that I've put in is paying a different kind of dividend.
This is about the children. It's not about me, it's not about the foundation, it's really about the children.
A smile on a child's face is really immeasurable. The pride they feel when they've had their surgery and are happy and the fear is gone, it just makes the day a whole lot brighter.
This year, Little Babyface hopes to expand its operation to Los Angeles. For his efforts to fund the life-changing work of Little Babyface, Don Moriarty is a DirecTV hometown hero. Coming up next, you think your life is crazy. Imagine having 28 growing boys at home.
When I'm doing breakfast and everybody's here, it's about 60 eggs.
You're watching DirecTV Hometown Heroes. Our final story tonight focuses on family life. If you've got kids, you know how overwhelming parenting can be. Well, imagine having 28 boys, ages 6 to 18. Meet the Silcocks. This is Huntington Beach in Southern California. A typical day here might include splashing in the water, strolling on the boardwalk, or taking your surfboard out for a spin. Elsewhere in Huntington Beach, at the home of Ann Bellis and her husband Jim Silcock, there's no such thing as a typical day.
Eat and then finish getting dressed. Okay, here.
That's because over the last 10 years, Ann and Jim built a unique family by adopting 40, that's right, 40 special needs children, all boys.
Most of them have had multiple placements, and they haven't been successful, and those are the children we like to parent.
The inspiration for Ann and Jim's extraordinary family came when Ann was just a little girl.
When I was about 9 years old, I went to see the movie Oliver, and I was really intrigued by the story of orphan boys. At the end of the movie, I came out and said, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to adopt orphan boys.
Ann met and married Jim, who'd been disabled in a diving accident, in 1998. By then, she'd already been reaching out to agencies to adopt disabled youngsters.
Well, I wasn't really looking to share the dream with anybody. I was pretty focused on adopting the kids. But when I met Jim, I was pretty excited that he would want to be a part of this.
I was kind of thrown back by the love and the care that she had in her heart. It was like, wow, you know, there's some great people out there in the world, and I finally got one.
Working as a team, the couple set out to add to their family by adopting the special needs boys that nobody else wanted.
All the children that we've adopted are considered special needs. And we have a boy that had 8 placements at the age of 10 before he came to us.
To call the Silcock household full is a huge understatement. 12 of their adoptees have grown up and moved out, but another 28 sons still remain at home. Even reciting their names is an exercise in total recall.
Nathan, Daniel,
Jared,
Dylan,
Jordan,
David,
Sergey,
James,
Sean,
George,
Jeffrey,
Justin,
Paul,
Ivan,
Mark,
Matthew,
Alex,
Grant. The list goes on and on.
On the day we visited, a number of Ann and Jim's boys were off at summer camp. But of course, running a house with even just 28 kids is more than any 2 parents can do alone.
We have a few staff that help us out that have been with us for a long time.
And the help is much needed, since many of Ann and Jim's sons enter the household with a particular set of challenges.
One day, the child can be like great and focused and on target, and the next day he can be on the roof next door, and we're having to call the police to help us get him down.
Still, Ann and Jim persevere, even though something as simple as breakfast each morning requires a whole hen house full of eggs.
Usually when I'm doing breakfast and everybody's here, it's about 60 eggs, probably what a normal family might use over a course of a week we'll use for one day.
It's no surprise that most of the shopping happens at warehouse stores, with Jim leading the way.
Grab 3 of those, 2 of them. Well, when the boys go shopping with me, they can learn all kinds of lessons. Teaches them how to load a cart, how to manage money, lots of life skills.
The boys also learn a powerful lesson every day from the example of their adoptive dad.
Some people look at my wheelchair as a disability for my children, but I look at it as a positive for them because they look at Dad, they say, hey, Dad's disabled. If he can accomplish as much as he's done in his life, it should be easy for us.
Despite the staggering cost of raising so many kids, especially those with medical problems, Ann and Jim make ends meet through a combination of financial aid, private donations, and their own hard work.
We run a business that helps adults with disabilities live in their own homes in the community.
Believe it or not, they still have enough left over to keep more than 24 boys in all the sports gear they can handle.
Whether it's surfing to rollerblading to skateboarding, whatever they want to do, my wife and I try and support them. And, you know, just like any proud parent or any parent would want to do, they want the best for their children. And I want more than that for my kids. I want to be able to give them everything.
We tagged along one recent day when Ann and Jim's family officially grew again. This is the final adoption proceeding for their son, Max.
Are you Max?
Max came from a family where he was pretty significantly abused.
I now sign the order, and your adoption is hereby granted. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now Max has his new family, as large and loving as any boy could want.
It feels pretty good because I never had someone love me that much.
Now that he's been adopted, it's something final that he'll have forever in his life. He'll always have us as his parents.
And so Max takes his place on the Wall of Fame at the Silcock household, a seemingly unstoppable family that sees hope where others see obstacles. All led by two parents with an extraordinary commitment to children.
What my wife and I do really makes me feel good inside, because by adopting our children, we're giving these guys a second, third, or fourth chance that they didn't have before.
I don't spend a lot of time thinking about myself. I enjoy thinking about other people. I suppose that's what being a mom is.
Believe it or not, Ann and Jim are eager to adopt a few more boys. They're waiting for word on when their family will grow again. For opening their home to children who need families, we're pleased to call Ann Bellis and Jim Silcock DirecTV Hometown Heroes. The inspirational stories you've just seen show how DirecTV subscribers are changing lives in their communities. These unsung heroes show us how we can all make a difference. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on DirecTV Hometown Heroes. Until then, I'm Joan Lunden. For more information on how to get involved, go to directv.com/heroes.
People get ready, there's a train coming, picking up passengers from coast to coast. All you need is faith to hear that diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board.